Hello, and welcome to a new episode with your host, Vinney Chopra. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive deep into the world of real estate investing, syndications, abundance mindset, and building generational wealth. We are excited to be in the top 1.5% of the real estate podcasts. Got number 11 actually out of top 50 real estate syndication podcasts. Thanks to you. Each episode, we bring powerful insights, expert guests, and actionable strategies to help you take your investing game to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just getting started, if you love what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media so that we can never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content with more people like you. Now let's jump into today's episode. Thank you.
Welcome back up. This is Abundance Thursdays. Myself, Gualter, Amarelo, and the great Vinney Chopra. We're back home. Vinney, how is it feel to be on that treadmill, man? 2025 is in lights.
I love it, brother. I love it. I've been actually on the treadmill for 45 minutes. I had a meeting before this for the second hotel we are buying. Holy cow! We might have a little time to talk about that. It's always 506C for accredited investors, so I can talk a little bit about it in the show. But what a summit you put together. What? 60 multimillionaires and 40 accredited investors, or more than that.
40 accredited investors, 60 millionaires, and then we had 40 people who were really close. 40 people are on their way. Wow. They're working hard. They're doing the work. So it was a crazy room. But we had you, Vinney. We had you on stage. We had you sharing knowledge. Then I had Eric Bone on stage.
Yes.
That panel, by the way, was one of my favorite panels. Two people who managed over 5,000 doors, and just the knowledge. And then afterwards, having dinner with you guys, having drinks with you. Vinney, I got to have a cigar with you. That was like the highlight. Like.
I loved it. Once in a while, maybe 3 times a year or so, I have cigar, just relax and be like that. But it was wonderful. So much energy was there in the room. Everybody was so focused as compared to other summits where there are wannabes and this and that. These were successful entrepreneurs who wanted to go to the next level. They were hungry. That's what I saw in that room.
And part of it that was really cool is they all had tax problems, right? Every single one of them they made too much money this year, and we had the tax professionals out there, and I think the word cost segregation came up more times than I count. And and depreciation and leverage loss. This was the mantra of the room, was like, you've got 2 months left. This is what you need to go do. You need a deal that's going to have a cost impact, a tax impact, like a cost segregation, or a big levered loss right up front, like where renovations are being spent right off the rip. So Vinney, this wealth principle it actually lines up. Last week was Think a Million. This principle is choose a business that can make $1 million. And I know I hate wholesaling and I hate real estate agency and lending as a broker, but lending as a lender I love. But those businesses, even contractors, they're really hard to make $1 million without spending tons and tons of hours, and they're not saleable. You can't get out of it. You and I were just talking about the easiest way to make somebody $1 million passively is it's not, hey, take $1 million or $100,000 to go invest. It's have $5 million invested in a deal that pays 20% per year. You can make a ridiculous amount of money. That's $1 million a year. It's a great, strong return. So I wanted to dive into some of the questions I have from these does it make sense for people to do businesses that solve problems that don't make money? Because I know a lot of people who are out there, I just love helping people.
Yeah.
But they call it a business instead of calling it a charity. So how do you evaluate these? You've been invested in over 30 businesses. How do you evaluate whether you want to get into it or not?
Very good question, brother. Gualter, again, I just am basking in what a great summit you had. And that's so great. And everybody, kudos. And you also started the WhatsApp group, and there is interaction of people going on there. That's kudos to you. You're right. You got to solve problem. if we are building something, we got to do complete study of the market, the competition, who is out there, what are they solving, how are they solving the same problem like what you're trying to do. Many times we believe we are the first ones to start a business. Usually it's not, because somebody's done the work, somebody has paved the way. It's for us to understand who these competitors are and then try to find out if you could solve a bigger problem. Because not one company can solve everybody's problem. They could target certain demographic areas, locations, things like that. So the big thing I look for, who are the operators? How did they come? Their history. Why did they start this company? If I'm going to invest with them, I want the history, what the qualifications were, what problem they're solving. I'm looking at three businesses right now, actually. It's so interesting. One is in AI, another one is another AI with more financial side, and then another one with underwriting templates and everything. You never have to use Excel worksheets anymore. It's so interesting. All that is all built in. But let's talk about what we want to know. Is this business scalable? See, you could start the business, but if you are in it and it's going to only progress if you're in it, you shouldn't invest in that. I just believe, because your time is more valuable, your money is more valuable. The best thing, most of the businesses, if you look at across the board, their gross margins and then the net margins are different. And you can make 10% or 7%, like in certain franchises, or 20% maximum. There's not much. So what you said is right. If you're putting 5 million into a business and you're doing sweat equity and you're putting loans on your neck and everything, why not to invest with people who have proven the track record and put 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 5 places, diversify, and you hold them accountable. Just like what I've done over the last 18 years, 20 years, is to collect over 200 million of my investors' money and deployed it. And then everything I work for, 70 to 80% of my returns go to them. So actually, they are carefree, but they are able to get the benefit. So I would say that 20%, I know it's been tough market in real estate lately, but it's coming back. It's roaring back. The hotel deals we are doing, it's going to double the money in 4 years. That's 25% per year average. And then certain times you could find deals which are 20% returns. So expect high numbers. Don't look for 7%, 6%. I see so many things come on my table. They say, oh, we're going to give you cash flow 5, 6, 7%. It may be lower. The first year, it might be 4%. Be ready for that. See, you got to look for the businesses that are cash flowing already.
This is good. And I'll tell you, for anybody who's just listening, this is Abundance Thursdays. We're tackling Wealth Principle 2, choose a business that makes $1 million. Why this is important and impactful to me is I know there's 3 businesses right now that a lot of people get interested in. And you said real estate has been doing bad in certain sectors, right? There's certain sectors for sure that it's been doing bad. Single families have been destroyed. Rooming houses have been getting beat up really hard in valuations. Or Airbnbs have been getting absolutely destroyed. And office space. We know office space has been getting hammered. In fact, I've seen office space drop by 97%, like drop all the way down in price and being picked up at 3% of what the original sales price was 4 or 5 years ago. But look at hotels, right? What you're doing, you're buying them, and in 2 or 3 years, they've doubled or tripled their value, or in 4 or 5 years, they've doubled or tripled their value. Same with the multifamilies we're doing in literally at the close. At the close, we're buying them at 50% of what they're worth, and they're getting appraised at the close 50% more than what we closed on them. Just like these hotels are happening for you with you're doing these value add plays to get the value out, which for investors, that creates a tax benefit, which you're talking about at the summit. Right? So your plays create all that money you have to spend up front to get your value add, that forced appreciation. is literally a tax benefit. It's a levered loss. You put in some money and you actually get a loss sometimes of the amount that you invested in. So that's one of the reasons real estate is crazy over the years. And yes, it's had some bad sectors, but hotels are not hurting in that manner right now. During COVID, they were, but now they're making that resurgence. Multifamily is no longer hurting in that capacity. Now, the people who financed improperly are certainly suffering at the moment. The people in bridge loans that were in bridge loans for too long, the people in construction loans that have been in construction loans for too long, not able to lease up fast enough. We are seeing that where rents are not what they were. And so anybody who bought 4 or 5 years ago is struggling. That's a truth. But the people who bought now are doing wonderful. So there's a business model here. You're talking about millions of dollars in these hotels. You're not talking about little Airbnb that can make maybe $50,000.
No.
You're talking about millions of dollars in these hotels. Same with our.
Can I say that? I mean, that's the Marriott Courtyard we're buying, right? For 14.5 million from the foreclosed deal from the bank, and putting 4 million into it, it'll be worth 29 million in 4 years. Second hotel that I'm cooking up, my partners are flying in today. I'm going to be meeting with them, and they are, we are looking at that hotel. It was built 6 years back for $27 million. 6 years. So it's almost brand new, A+ luxury boutique hotel. It just didn't take off. The loan from the bank is for 19 million. Hold on. So 27 million, 19, 8 gone equity. And now we are trying to get it for 11.5 from the bank. So bank is taking a haircut also. And that 11.5 plus the PIP money, and the Hilton already gave us the okay to do the branding and everything for this boutique hotel. It's going to be worth 32 million. Pinch me, please. Pinch me quickly, because that is value, creating value. No business, if somebody started it from scratch, usually businesses don't make money for 2-3 years. But if you invest with the right partners, they can take you to the next level and next level. And you can also invest yourself as a GP, co-GP, like with me now. I have started having co-GPs because they got a big circle of friends and all that, and they want to also join hands with me into hotels, because the same seller or the group has 4 more hotels similarly. So we're going to close on one, then in next quarter, another one, following quarter, another one, and so on. So what I'm trying to say is opportunities are there if you're looking for it.
I like you just hit the second note that you gave me. Can the business scale without you? And you just answered, if you're a passive investor, the answer is yes, as long as it is possible to scale without you. I know people who have done their lending practice on single family homes, and that's really hard to scale. You've got to have a lot of contracts out there to do that. When you lend on multifamily or hotels, then you have 1 or 2 operators that you can put it into. It's easy to deploy millions of dollars. It's, as you scale up, dollars do require different types of projects, right? Like, the single family, how much can you deploy into that? But you get into hotels, you can deploy millions. But Vinney, what do you think? What do you think max out? What's the maximum you could deploy in a year? Is it 100 million? Is it 200 million? Do you have a limit at all of how much you deploy?
That's a good point. My goal for 2026 is to raise 100 million, even more than that. So if it's 25% LTV or whatever, I will control close to 450 million or 500 million. And it's because I've been practicing how to really learn the hospitality business for last 7 years. I've made some home runs, home runs, and now it's just blossoming with the right partners coming in my fold. And they're flying today to meet me in my place in 3-4 years. And my other partner knows them for 10 years. So it's just a mushrooming of what you really want to accomplish. I've not gone away from multifamily, but I have, in the sense that there are priorities, right? You have so much time in a day. So if you concentrate on certain things, you'll do better in those things.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Smile Chopra. I smile a lot. I've been in real estate, commercial real estate, for over 45 years. And I've written some really great books. One of the big book that I published, and it took me 2 years to write it, is The Apartment Syndication Made Easy. The second book I wrote was The Positivity Brings Profitability. Then my third book was on senior living investing made easy. I do want to say that the very first book, we were able to convert that into Spanish, The Apartment Syndication Made Easy in Spanish edition. It's changed my life. I came from India with $7 in my pocket, and its rest is history. After you put your mind to learning the techniques, learning through different coaching programs and all that, I learned so much that I took it from $7 to over $1 billion in real estate, in portfolio, in managing assets with 158 people, and then acquiring and everything. Please go ahead and click the link, follow me on social media. I'm Vinney Smile Chopra. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much.
So we've said that to our team.
Yeah.
There's no shame in saying I put multifamily behind me. We have the same structure. It's let's do multifamily for a few years. Let's get into hotels, get into senior assisted livings.
Yes.
So we're following a very similar structure to what you've laid out for us. So Vinney, the next thing you have is the market big enough. By the way, I got to brag. I am meeting at 2:00 today. I'm going to meet the co-founder of Renovo, the fourth largest non-QM lender in the country. Because I have one of the largest loans with them. We have a $9 million loan with Renovo. And he's actually flying in to meet me and walk around. Mind-blowing, Vinney, that we're in that space. So the question is the market big enough? Is the market big enough? Is there enough expansion in the hotel space right now? Since we're talking about hospitality today, and we know that makes millions of dollars. And then, by the way, for anybody listening, we're talking about, can this business choose a business that makes $1 million? Yes, multifamily does. I've done the deal I'm doing today. The deal we're closing on Friday, it makes $2 million for me and my partners. The deal we did at the beginning of the year made $8 million for me and my wife. The deal we did at the very beginning of the year made $3 million for me and my partners. So it's possible. But Vinney's doing deals in hospitality. One deal can make $6 to $12 million. We're talking about just bigger multiple, like just bigger money. Is the market big enough? How do you determine, is the market big enough for the size hotel that you're looking to put in, or the size hotel? You don't even build these anymore. You buy these hotels.
No. I'm so glad you're asking me this question. The size is very big. It's a huge pie. Just like in multifamily, if you look at multifamilies everywhere, people need housing. When the tourists move, the families move. COVID, it just hurt a lot of people in the COVID. If another COVID comes, it will go down. So one should have the resilience to bake through that, right? Hopefully COVID will never come, but the travels have come down like 15, 20% in Las Vegas. I read about it, and some others. I like tourist locations. I like business locations. I like airports. So those are my three main important things. If they have to check, and who are the operators, what's the history of the hotel, and how much I need to bring in to the table to close on the deal, and who's going to operate. See, we work with different operators who are certified by Hilton, by Marriott, with IHGs and choice hotels like that, because I don't want to get involved, brother. Then I will just be doing just one hotel, right? Because you need so much about it to learn and do everything to make the cash flow work. It's a daily activity opportunity, right? Because hotels, rates, and everything. So it's like apartment complex on steroid, I say, right? It's one room that is sold, leased out every night. One room. So it's a 1 day lease kind of thing as compared to apartment. Anyway, what I would like to say is that there is so many opportunities out there. I'm not going to really, I'm just a small guy, and my partners, we are doing these great deals, but there are so many opportunities because due to foreclosures after the COVID, they try to revive them. And now it's 2025, 26 almost. So a lot of banks are just writing them off. They just say, hey, get rid of this.
The deal we're buying tomorrow, we close tomorrow. We got the C2C today. The deal we're doing came from a lender. We're buying direct from the lender. They took it back and It was in receivership, and they took the property back and they sold it. They sold it originally. The original note was 1.8 million on it. They sold it to us for 1.1 million. So there's a big opportunity
700,000.
to,
700,000, brother. Wow.
yeah,
Haircut, right? Yeah.
haircut, a direct haircut. So we
Mm,
took that, we put that in a renovation budget. We'll go do what we're doing. But the numbers have to make sense. And I
yeah.
want to talk for a moment about $1 million math, right? Choose a
Okay.
business that makes $1 million. This is wonderful, but a lot of people get emotional when they pick businesses. They get emotional when they pick an investment. I think a person has to sit down and do math. Like I know we
Yeah.
do it on our units. We do it. Okay, we've got 300 units at $1,000 a piece. It's $300,000 a month, but we're probably only going to collect 88% of that. So there'll be a 12%
Yep.
gap. So you
Yeah.
look at those numbers and you know where your figures are going to end up coming out. That's got to exist. How does a person get those numbers when they're looking at an investment?
I think, again, very simple equation for anything is the deployment of money and time, and how safely you will sleep at night. I say those three things, right? So the money, you got to, even if you hate numbers, it's not that hard. Any business you're looking at, look at all the streams of income coming in and keep on asking questions. If you don't understand, ask the broker or do chat GPT. It will explain. You say, please tell me about this deal, as if I'm a 10th grade student, literally. And the chat GPT puts it all together for you in such simpler form, and it will do everything for you. Total earnings. Like yesterday in my masterclass, you missed it, brother, again. But I know
I
you've been
know.
busy. But we did
We
this
were
Ankur.
underwriting, we were sending stuff to the underwriters until midnight. They were working
Oh,
all night long. We were sending it to them until midnight.
oh, amazing,
It was
amazing,
crazy.
amazing. Ankur did this. He uploaded into chat, Grok actually. He uploaded 7 different things. He had not even seen the deal yet. He uploaded performance, rent rolls, everything, the P&Ls, and then the operating memorandum, everything, and said, please design a program, analyze everything, and tell me if this is a good, safe investment. That's all he said. There were 35 pages of reports that got spit out within seconds. Within seconds, I saw it on the screen. And it put everything in perspective. It read through all the documents in real time, in seconds, nanoseconds, and provided all the reports and the cap rates and the cash on cash, the capex budget, everything. It was mind blowing to me. And we recorded it. I think my team might be putting it out in the social media today, tomorrow, or maybe next week. But again, what I would like to say is that even if you hate numbers, that's okay. But the key thing is you got to look at revenues and the expenses and how is the loan going to be coming in? What's the deferred maintenance? That's all it is. And I'm looking into triple net leases also now, because that's another way to buy this real estate and do a 15-year contract with a big box, and they take care of the taxes, insurance, and maintenance. That's triple net. And you enjoy the mailbox money. They pay you the rent, and these are big boxes. They never default. Hopefully, they will not default. And you put escalation of the increase in rent every year of 1 to 3% inflation. So that's the other part I'm really enjoying learning about it. And I have put together an ebook also. If anybody's needing and you're looking into a triple net lease structure and why it's important, how to do it, I have put together an ebook on that. And hospitality book is ready. Oh my gosh, the cover, everything front and back is ready. We're going to be launching on Amazon, but we won't promote until January after the reviews are already padded in by other people. That's how we'll do the big launch in January. Oh boy, too much on
That's
my
a
mind.
lot. You got a lot coming right now, Vinny. And I got 2 minutes before we got to jump, but I did
Yes.
just think you've accomplished quite a bit in this last, let's call it 2025. Like this past year, you've accomplished quite a bit. The book is coming out. That's something you said you were going to do, and you went and you did it. triple net leases. I went to a conference earlier in the year and it was commercial. And one of the things that blew my mind was they could put something under agreement, go and find a big box, a big player.
Yes.
They call it a national tenant, find a national tenant and get that lease signed. And if that lease got signed, then they'd buy it. If they couldn't find a lease, they wouldn't buy it. And then they could sell it immediately for 5 or 6 times what they had put it under agreement for. And that's the commercial play that they're doing right now, is a lot of that, but also office. They're buying office space at 3 cents on the dollar. So that's big play. And then industrial is another one that
You mean 30 cents on a dollar or 3 cents?
3 cents on the dollar for office
Oh my
space.
God. Tell me, send me.
Office space, 3 cents on the dollar. It's hard to fail. Right? It's really hard to fail.
I know.
And that was their point. They're like, don't ignore office space. Just don't buy it for full price. This is how we're buying office space right now at 3 cents, 5 cents on the dollar. So,
I mean, there is
Vinney,
the best opportunity to get into real estate. Commercial real estate is right now.
and
If
I
you're
don't think
missing
there's
the
going to be a
boat-
better opportunity. I do see
Never.
single families getting hurt over the next decade as the baby boom generation. Let's go with that inventory. But I really see the multifamily, the industrial. I see the hospitality, the casino. I see a lot of commercial doing very well over the next couple of decades. Senior assisted living, the larger stuff. So Vinny, before we jump off, what is a way that somebody can get in touch with you if they want to run this math? Hey, like I got a couple million and I want to make that million make $1 million, or I want a couple million to make $1 million. What's the easiest way somebody can get in touch with you and have these types of conversations?
I would say, please go to vinneychopra.com/free benefits. You get all my 3 books, and you can follow me on podcasts. You could set up an appointment with me, free, totally free strategy call. Please go to vinneychopra.com/free benefits.
And I'll say it's accredited investors only, because Vinny is 73 years young and his time matters. So this is, if you're one of those people who's not capable of investing in Vinny, go get all the free books. Don't schedule this time. But if you know your net worth is over $1 million and it's something you'd like to see deployed by a great operator, that's absolutely a conversation he'd love to have with you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Abundance Thursdays. We do this every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cheers to your success. When you have a choice, always work with the best. I'll see you next week.
See you next week, brother. I'll join it. I'll join 7:15 or so. I'll join, brother. Yes.
See you there, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dear friends, this is Vinney Smile Chopra. I am so glad you're listening to the episode. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Please share it with others who can really benefit also. Can I ask you a favor? Just a small favor. Less than a minute, if you could give 5-star reviews on iTunes or Stitcher, that'll go a long way. We are one of the top podcasts in real estate now in the nation, but it will really help a lot if you gave 5-star reviews, and we'll bring a lot more great content for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, and see you in the next episode. God bless you. Bye-bye. Wow, what an incredible conversation today. I hope you got tons of value from this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media to stay updated on all the things real estate, investing, abundance mindset, and wealth creation. If you're an accredited investor looking for exclusive investment opportunities, be sure to join our elite Monil Investors Club at vinneychopra.com/invest, where we share details of our future projects. Quick disclaimer, we are not selling any securities, and this podcast is strictly for educational and information purposes only. The opinions shared by our guests are their own and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, keep smiling, keep investing, and keep making a massive impact. God bless you.
Hey there! The upcoming episode is scheduled for Thursday. We appreciate your viewership of the Abundance Mindset Show. Tune in every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 12 p.m. Eastern on various social media platforms hosted by Vinney Chopra and Gualter Amarelo. Don't forget to subscribe, share your comments, and leave a 5-star review. Thank you for your support.